Hey you guys, welcome back to the Bash Chat. So we're going to talk about somebody that we haven't talked about in a minute. Chelsea Houska and her Prince Charming Cole DeBoer. We haven't talked about them in a while, well, because they have not been on reality TV in probably like 2 years now. So about 2 years ago, Chelsea Houska decided that she was going to make her exit from the show that made her famous, Teen Mom. About a year after leaving that show, she announced that she was coming back to our TV screens in yet another reality TV show. Now, fans were wondering, like, what? Why did you literally just leave the show that made you famous to come right back to reality television? Now, what we didn't know is that the type of reality TV that she was going to be coming back to was so different. You know, we didn't know when she first announced, like, hey, I'm coming back. It was like a week before we found out that she was coming back and she was going to be doing something like renovating houses. We didn't know that. So she got some backlash when she first announced that she was coming back to reality television. She does talk about that backlash in a recent interview that she did with the Ashley Realities Roundup, where she said, I don't feel like we're hypocrites at all to return back to reality TV because what we're coming back to is so different than what we left. She does say that she will never return to Teen Mom. She'll never return to MTV to do a show like Teen Mom or any of the spinoff shows related to Teen Mom. And she says it's not due to any bad blood. It's just that they're moved past that point. Now, she left the show, like I said, about 2 years ago. And the reason she gave for that is because Aubrey was, a preteen, or she was about to become a preteen, I think it was. Aubrey was about to get braces. Aubrey was going to be shaving her legs soon. Aubrey was going to be starting her period soon. So these were things that Chelsea did not want featured on the show. So for that reason, they made the decision to leave. I, quite frankly, think that it was a great decision. I'm a huge fan of Chelsea and her family. So I thought that it was a great decision for Aubrey not to have to go through things like that on the show. So they came back, and their new show on HGTV, Down Home Fab, just premiered on January 16th. Now, what's crazy about this, you guys, is the show just premiered and fans are asking two questions. Is it any good? Is the ratings better than Teen Mom? Because Teen Mom is actually playing as well. The new season of Teen Mom, what is it? Which one is it? I don't even know. There's so many. Let me check. I think it's Teen Mom Family Reunion. Yes, so Teen Mom Family Reunion just premiered. Its premiere was on the 3rd, I think, like January 3rd. And like the 3rd episode of this season, Teen Mom Family Reunion, aired one night after Chelsea's show premiered. So Teen Mom, their new season, Teen Mom Family Reunion, they've had 3 episodes of their new season when Chelsea's new show premiered, right? So everybody's wondering, how did Chelsea's new show do? Is it any good? And did it get better ratings than Teen Mom? Well, you guys, I'm here to answer that question. It looks like her new show is a hit. Now, I didn't watch it myself, and I do remember when they announced the new show and the trailer came out, Chelsea got a lot of backlash. I remember reading so many negative comments, like when the trailer came out, people saying that her style was ugly. It showed like some of the rooms that she had redone, people saying that it looked cheap. So I was worrying that maybe the show would not do so well. A lot of people saying like, Chelsea's not a professional. She's not an interior designer. She's just someone that has her own sense of style and a pocketbook to back it up, So a lot of people thinking that Chelsea couldn't pull this off. But as far as ratings are concerned, you guys, they did pretty well. Their ratings were way better than Teen Mom. So let's go ahead, let's talk about it, okay? So Teen Mom, like I said, this was the 3rd episode of season 2. And this was a highly anticipated episode because this was the episode where Brianna and her mama Roxanne got into it with Ashley and Ashley's mom, T. So this episode has been hyped up over the last couple of weeks. So if this is an episode that anybody was going to watch, it would be this episode. But the ratings, you guys, are not that great. And Chelsea's new show blew Teen Mom out the water. So it says here, Chelsea's show, which premiered on Monday on HGTV, brought in more than double the amount of viewers as Teen Mom Family Reunion Episode 3, which was the much anticipated family reunion Fight Club episode. According to Showbiz Daily, 678,000 viewers tuned in to see Chelsea and Cole redesign a house on Down Home Fab. The episode also made the list of top 50 original cable telecasts for Monday nights, coming in at number 45 in the coveted 18 to 49 demographic. So this number reflects live viewers and viewers who viewed the show on the same day that it aired. So I think like if you stream it, it doesn't count. So there was more viewers that isn't counted, but that's live viewers and people that watched it on the day that it aired. So Teen Mom Family Reunion episode 3, which aired one night after Chelsea's show premiered, it garnered 274,000 viewers, which is hugely disappointing for MTV because this, like I said, this was the episode that was really built up over the last few weeks. And Teen Mom was one of those shows that used to pull in millions of viewers. Now it hasn't done that in the past few seasons, which is why MTV has been doing everything in their power to try to like revamp the show. They have multiple spinoffs. They're doing all these things, you know, bringing the moms in, sending them on retreats, doing everything they can to try to save this show, and it's just not working. Down Home Fab, it has 5 more hour-long episodes that are due to air on HGTV. Whether or not there will be a second season, we don't know. I'm assuming it depends on how well this first season goes. Chelsea and Cole told the Ashley last week that they don't know yet if they're going to have a second season, but they are very open to it. Chelsea said, "We would love to do more seasons." Cole added, "We have high hopes, but we're definitely ready." Now, I think this is huge. One thing that I noticed, though, is there were some outlets reporting that it was a flop, that it didn't do well. And I'm like, but how did they not do well? I think that's pretty good. I mean, Chelsea and Cole, they're not professionals. She's not a professional interior designer. You know, he worked construction, but they are 2 people just by themselves doing this all on their own, carrying the show, renovating houses. I think it did quite well. I think they may get picked up for another season, depending on how the rest of the episodes go. If they continue to pull in decent ratings, I think there'll be another season. I'm honestly curious now about watching it. I kind of want to watch it. I did see some of the photos, and while I did see some people kind of dogging her sense of style, I thought she did quite well. Like, I would be up for her coming to, you know, renovate my house. Not gonna lie. I think she's got, a lot of people don't like Chelsea's style, but I like it. And it could be because I'm from the country. So I'm into like antler horns and animal print. Like, I'm into that kind of stuff too. So I've always liked her sense of style. I like the, you know, her sense of fashion. I like her house. I like looking at pictures of like the nursery when she had her last baby. So I thought she did quite well, you guys. I don't know. You guys tell me if you are going to be watching it. I think it is interesting that the main question about her new show was, is it better than Teen Mom? Like, what's the ratings compared to Teen Mom? Well, now we know, you guys, the first episode of Chelsea's new show blew Teen Mom Family Reunion, the second season, out the water. And it says a lot about the fact that the episode that it just kind of blew out the water was an episode that was literally like pushed and promoted for weeks to come and was highly anticipated. It was like the grandma brawl. You know what I'm saying? That her new show premiered and done way better than that episode. So I think that, I mean, congratulations. I think they deserve a round of applause. I also love the fact that even though this show is not centered around her family, her kids will be featured on the show. And she does talk about that as well, saying, you know, I left the show because it was centered around my kids. This show, I can have my kids on the show, but they're not going to be asking my kids invasive questions. They're not asking Aubrey questions about her dad. It's not going to be talking about her shaving her legs or when she starts her period or anything like that. So they can have a show now where they do something that they enjoy doing, and they know that it's not going to be invasive and it's not going to cross any boundaries for them or their kids. And I think that's huge. I think that's something that you can say is successful, because really at the end of the day, these ladies on Teen Mom, do they like the fact that there's a show that they're on that really is all into their business. I mean, they have to make money. This is where they came from, like Macy and Caitlin. You know, this is where they got their start. But I would have to imagine it can get irritating. These shows are so invasive. So I think Chelsea and Cole, I think they have really done well for themselves. They've left a show that is really invasive and crosses so many boundaries to have a show that they enjoy doing, that their kids can still be on, but it's not invasive. So congratulations. I think they're doing great. You guys, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you guys watch their show? If you did, leave me your thoughts. If not, do you think you're going to watch the show? Let me know. Give this video a huge thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please do me a huge favor and consider subscribing to the channel. I would love to have you. We're going to be covering Teen Mom, reality TV, which is Teen Mom, 90 Day Fiance, what else? Sister Wives, celebrity news, trending topics, things such as that. We're going to be following those topics on this channel. So please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.